secretly recorded phone calls is sure to be in the spotlight again today. Donald Trump returns to court for his hush money trial this morning. The jury yesterday listened to several phone conversations between Donald Trump and Michael Cohen, surreptitiously taped by Michael Cohen himself. Yesterday, Trump's legal team tried to paint Davidson as an extortionist who made a career out of targeting celebrities. At one point, Trump's team asked Davidson if he often goes, quote, right up to the line without committing extortion in celebrity cases.
This is absolutely devastating for Donald Trump because what just happened in that Manhattan courtroom isn't just another bad day in a trial that's already going terribly for him. This is the moment when Trump's entire defense strategy, everything he's been claiming for years about his innocence, just completely collapsed in front of a jury because the prosecutor stood up, pressed play on a recording device, and suddenly Trump's own voice filled the courtroom. His actual words from September 2016 discussing exactly how to pay off Karen McDougal to keep her quiet before the election. And there's no spinning that. There's no claiming it was taken out of context. There's no saying the witness is lying. That's Trump speaking, directing a criminal scheme, and the jury heard every single word. But real quick, if you want to stay ahead of the headlines, please subscribe because you might think you are but aren't. Your subscription actually matters here. That's why we built Patrick Smith Show to bring you real stories, real context, and no corporate spin. So picture the scene. Trump is sitting at the defense table. He's been maintaining this whole time that he barely knew about the hush money payments, that Michael Cohen was acting on his own, that Trump wasn't involved in the details, that this whole prosecution is a witch hunt designed to take him down. His lawyers have been pushing this narrative hard, trying to paint Cohen as a rogue operator who did things without Trump's knowledge or approval. And some jurors might have been buying it because it's Cohen's word against Trump's, right? Share this video with everyone you know, because then the prosecutor makes their move. They tell the judge they want to play an audio recording for the jury. Trump's lawyers immediately tense up. They know what's coming. They tried to get this recording excluded before trial, but failed. And now it's about to be played in open court. The courtroom goes quiet. Everyone leans forward. And then Trump's voice comes through the speakers. It's a phone call from September 6, 2016, 2 months before the election. Trump is talking to Michael Cohen, and they're discussing how to handle the Karen McDougal situation. She's the Playboy model who claims she had an affair with Trump. Her story is being shopped around to media outlets, and Trump and Cohen are figuring out how to buy her silence before voters hear about it. Make sure you're subscribed to Patrick Smith Show because what Trump says on that recording destroys everything he's claimed. Cohen is updating Trump about arrangements he's made with the Trump Organization's CFO about how to structure a payment, and Trump asks how much they need to pay. Cohen mentions $150,000, and then Trump says something absolutely damning. He tells Cohen about the payment method, says they should use a check, not cash. Now, why does that matter? Because it shows Trump wasn't just aware of the payment. He was directing how it should be documented. He was thinking about creating a paper trail that would look legitimate while hiding what the payment was really for. That's criminal intent. That's consciousness of guilt. That's Trump personally planning how to cover up a hush money scheme. Think about what that means for the jury. They've been listening to testimony for days, hearing witnesses describe what happened, but testimony can be disputed. Witnesses can be attacked as biased or unreliable. Trump's lawyers have been doing exactly that with Cohen, calling him a liar, saying he's motivated by revenge, suggesting he fabricated his story to get revenge on Trump. But you can't attack a recording. You can't claim Trump's own voice is lying about what Trump said. The jury is hearing directly from Trump. No filter, no interpretation, just Trump discussing the payment scheme in his own words. And there's no way to explain it away. No way to claim Cohen acted alone when Trump is literally on tape telling Cohen what to do. Share this with everyone because the impact in the courtroom is immediate. Reporters watching the trial note that jurors are paying intense attention. Some are taking notes. Some are just staring at the speakers, listening to every word. Trump himself looks furious. His face is getting red. He's leaning over to whisper angrily to his lawyers. But there's nothing they can do. The recording is playing. The damage is happening in real time. And this isn't the only damaging thing on the tape. Trump also asks questions that show he understands exactly what's happening. He's not confused. He's not being kept in the dark by Cohen. He's actively participating in planning the payment, asking about amounts, discussing methods. This completely contradicts his public claims that he didn't know about these arrangements until much later. Make sure you hit that subscribe button because Trump's lawyers try damage control during cross-examination. They ask Cohen about why he recorded the call, try to suggest it was improper or unethical. But Cohen explains that he recorded conversations as standard practice, for documentation, for protection, and under New York law, it's completely legal to record a phone call if one party consents. Cohen consented, so the recording is legitimate evidence. Trump's team tries another angle. They suggest the recording was edited or taken out of context, but the full audio has been reviewed by experts. It's complete, it's authentic, and it says exactly what prosecutors claim it says. Trump discussing hush money, Trump giving instructions, Trump personally involved in the scheme. The jury believes their ears. That's the fundamental problem for Trump's defense. When jurors hear a defendant's actual voice committing or discussing crimes, that's incredibly powerful evidence. More powerful than documents. More powerful than witness testimony. Because it's unfiltered reality, the defendant speaking, and juries trust what they hear directly. Think about what that means for Trump's strategy going forward. He can't take the stand in his own defense now. Because if he does, prosecutors will play that recording and ask him to explain it. They'll ask him what he meant when he told Cohen how to structure the payment. They'll ask him why he was discussing amounts if he claims he didn't know about the scheme. And Trump won't have good answers. He'll either have to admit he was lying about his involvement or come up with explanations that sound ridiculous. So Trump stays off the stand, doesn't testify, lets his lawyers try to create reasonable doubt through cross-examination and closing arguments. But that recording makes reasonable doubt almost impossible, because there's Trump's voice, there's Trump's involvement, there's Trump's criminal intent, all captured on audio and played for the jury. This isn't the only time Trump has been destroyed by recordings. There's the Georgia call where Trump pressured Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger to find exactly 11,780 votes. That call was recorded, and it's devastating evidence in the Georgia election interference case. Trump is literally on tape telling an election official to manufacture votes to overturn the election. There's the Michigan call where Trump and the RNC chair pressured local officials not to certify election results. That call was documented. More evidence of Trump trying to subvert democracy, and there are probably more recordings out there that haven't surfaced yet. Because Trump conducts sensitive business on the phone, he has conversations he shouldn't be having, and sometimes those conversations get recorded. And every time a recording surfaces, Trump's defenses collapse. Because you can't argue with audio. You can't claim the witness misunderstood or is lying when there's a recording of exactly what was said. The evidence speaks for itself. Literally, Trump's own voice convicting him. The broader pattern here is what makes this so devastating. Trump has spent his entire life talking his way out of problems, denying things, spinning stories, convincing people that his version of events is true, but recordings strip away his ability to control the narrative. They expose what he actually said and did, and they make it impossible for him to maintain his lies. The hush money recording proved Trump was personally directing the payment scheme. The Georgia recording proved he was trying to steal the election, and any future recordings that surface will probably prove other crimes or cover-ups, because Trump doesn't learn. He keeps having conversations that could incriminate him, keeps saying things on phone calls that come back to haunt him. Think about what that means for his current legal situation. Trump is facing multiple criminal cases, multiple investigations, multiple civil lawsuits, and in any of those cases, recordings could exist. Recordings of Trump discussing classified documents, recordings of Trump planning January 6th, recordings of Trump coordinating financial fraud. We don't know what's out there, but if such recordings exist and they surface, they'll be devastating. Just like this hush money recording was devastating. The conviction Trump received, 34 felony counts, that happened partly because of this recording. The jury heard Trump's voice. They heard his involvement, they heard his intent, and they voted guilty. Without that recording, maybe Trump gets acquitted. Maybe the jury believes his denials, but the recording made his guilt undeniable. And Trump's reaction to the recording tells you everything. When it first leaked publicly back in 2018, Trump went ballistic on social media, said it was inconceivable that a lawyer would tape a client, called it totally unheard of and perhaps illegal. He was furious that Cohen recorded him, furious that the recording existed, furious that it could be used as evidence. But his fury doesn't change the facts. The recording is real, it's legal, and it's devastating. Trump can rage all he wants, but that doesn't make the recording go away. Doesn't make his words any less incriminating. Doesn't change what the jury heard. And here's the thing about recordings that makes them so powerful in court. They capture tone. They capture inflection. They capture the way someone speaks when they think nobody else is listening. Trump on that recording sounds like someone who knows exactly what he's doing, who's comfortable directing a payment scheme, who's thinking about how to structure things to avoid detection. That's not innocent behavior. That's criminal behavior. And the jury heard it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button because the comparison to other cases is instructive. Think about how many people have been convicted because of secretly recorded conversations, mob bosses brought down by wiretaps, corrupt politicians exposed by informants wearing wires, drug dealers caught on surveillance audio. Recordings are one of the most powerful tools prosecutors have because they're objective evidence. They don't rely on witness credibility. They just are. And Trump got caught the same way countless other criminals have been caught, by having conversations he shouldn't have had, by saying things he should have kept quiet about, by trusting someone who turned out to be recording him. And now that recording has helped convict him of felonies, has made him the first former president ever convicted of crimes, has permanently stained his legacy. Think about what that means politically. Trump's whole brand is built on being strong, being in control, being the guy who wins. But this recording shows him vulnerable, shows him caught, shows him exposed by his own words. And voters see that. They hear Trump on tape discussing criminal schemes, and they think this is who we elected, this is who wants to be president again. Democrats are going to use this recording in campaign ads. They're going to play Trump's voice discussing hush money payments. They're going to show his conviction. They're going to ask voters if this is the kind of person who should be leading the country. And that's devastating messaging because it's all based on Trump's own words, his own actions, his own crimes. Trump can't attack the recording as fake news, can't dismiss it as partisan attacks. That's his voice. Those are his words. And 34 felony convictions prove it wasn't innocent. So the political damage compounds. Every time someone mentions Trump's conviction, they can point to that recording as proof, as evidence that this isn't a witch hunt. This is accountability for actual crimes Trump actually committed. Share this video because the lesson here is that Trump's biggest enemy is himself. His own words keep destroying him. The hush money recording destroyed his defense in New York. The Georgia recording exposed his election theft attempt, and there are probably more recordings out there waiting to surface. Each one a ticking time bomb that could explode at any moment, and Trump can't do anything about it. He can't control what recordings exist. He can't prevent their release. He can't stop prosecutors from using them as evidence. All he can do is hope that no more damaging audio surfaces. But given how Trump operates, given how many questionable conversations he's had over the years, that hope is probably misplaced. The recording played in that Manhattan courtroom changed everything. It turned Trump's defense from potentially believable to completely demolished. It gave the jury direct evidence of guilt, and it helped secure a conviction that will follow Trump for the rest of his life. That's the power of recordings. That's why Trump crashes when they get played in court, because there's no spinning your own voice saying incriminating things. Stay tuned, because as more of Trump's legal cases move forward, we might hear more recordings, more conversations where Trump incriminates himself, more evidence that comes from his own mouth. And each time that happens, Trump will crash again, because he can't escape his own words, can't deny what he clearly said, can't convince anyone that recordings of him committing crimes don't mean what they obviously mean. This is what accountability looks like. Not theories or speculation, not anonymous sources or disputed testimony, but Trump's actual voice captured on tape discussing actual crimes. And that's why he was convicted, and that's why more convictions might be coming. Because Trump won't stop talking, won't stop having questionable conversations, and won't stop creating the evidence that prosecutors use to destroy him.